Oh no!
I bet we've all been there. Hair is a very important part of our looks, and naturally, we'd want to have the best of them. Now, that's where I come in. We dermatologists are trained to identify, diagnose, and treat all conditions of skin, hair, and nails. So, today I'm going to briefly talk about hair loss and what treatments are available out there for you to take. Now, hair loss or alopecia is a very broad term. To make it easier, I'm going to divide it into two. The first one is scarring alopecia, and the second one is non-scarring alopecia. Scarring alopecia, there are a variety of conditions such as lichen planopilaris, DLE, frontal fibrosing alopecia, etc. can lead to scarring alopecia. Now, these are not as common as non-scarring alopecia, so we're not going to talk about those. Today, I'm going to talk about the more common conditions, and that is non-scarring alopecia. So there are a variety of conditions under non-scarring alopecia as well, so I'll start addressing from the common ones first. Now, the most common condition which causes hair fall is something called telogen effluvium. Now, in this condition, what happens is you suddenly start losing a lot of hair while you're combing, hair while you're in the shower. You just can't stop losing hair and you feel you're going to go bald, but let me tell you, that's not going to happen. This is a temporary process, and it usually happens if you're on certain medications or 1 to 3 months post any significant illness if you've had, or any surgery post pregnancy. Sometimes if you're on aggressive weight loss diets as well. Like I said, this is a temporary process and your hair fall is going to settle down. It probably takes around 45 days to 2 months for it to settle down. While you're waiting, you can take certain biotin supplements which are easily available in the market, and make sure that you focus on a balanced diet with adequate calories. If you keep having repeated periods of hair fall, then you may have certain vitamin deficiencies such as vitamin B12, vitamin D, and iron. So that is something that has to be looked into. Now, the next most common condition is androgenic alopecia. This is seen both in males and females. So we have male pattern hair loss and female pattern hair loss. The primary hormone causing this condition is something called DHT. Now, this causes thinning of hair which progresses to balding. In males, it's usually the genetics that determines the age at which you start losing hair, whereas in females, it's genetics plus a few other factors. Sometimes you may have certain hormonal conditions such as PCOD, in which what you have is you may have irregular menstrual cycles, hair fall, that is female pattern hair loss, and some acne issues as well. At times, excess weight gain may also lead to female pattern hair loss because excess fat produces DHT and that causes thinning of hair. Now, in male pattern hair loss, you can start losing hair from the crown area, or sometimes you can get a receding hairline, or sometimes you can get both. Whereas in female pattern hair loss, you start noticing thinning of hair around the central hairline, which slowly progresses towards the periphery. So let us see what are the treatments available for androgenic alopecia. Now, number one is minoxidil. Minoxidil is a simple solution that increases the blood supply to your hair follicles and helps regrowth of hair. It roughly takes around 2 to 3 months to start seeing appreciable results. Now, usually what I start with is 5% minoxidil, that is to be applied 1 ml either a day or night, or sometimes even twice a day. And in males, I sometimes go on to 10% as well. Now, how long do you need to use it? Well, the answer is you need to use it for a lifetime. The moment you stop using minoxidil, within 4 to 6 weeks, the condition tends to reverse. Now, is minoxidil safe? It is absolutely safe. You have to be careful if you have any history of pre-existing liver conditions or any history of migraines. Otherwise, it is absolutely safe, just that in some patients it may cause dryness and irritation. Now, the next thing that helps in androgenic alopecia is something called a DHT blocker, which is finasteride and dutasteride. Finasteride in the dose of 1 mg in males and 5 mg in females And dutasteride in the dose of 0.5 mg is a DHT blocker. So what it does is it reduces the production of DHT and thus halts the progression of female and male pattern hair loss and also helps regrow hair. Now sometimes you may read up about this particular medicine on the internet. In males especially, it can cause a side effect which is a temporary reversible erectile dysfunction. Now the percentage of population which can suffer from this is 0.5 to 2%, which is very less. And how I use it is I use it for a period of 3 to 6 months and then give a cooling period for a few days and then restart it again. That way none of my patients ever suffer from any side effects, and I'm also able to halt the progression as well as regrow hair. Now the next treatment that works in androgenic alopecia is PRP, or platelet-rich plasma. Here what I do is I use the patient's own blood plasma and I inject it into the scalp. Now this has a lot of growth factors. What you experience is an increase in the thickness and the density of hair. Now this has to be combined along with minoxidil. Now how many sessions do you need? I usually recommend monthly sessions for around 3 to 6 months. After you get a complete growth, you can do maintenance sessions, which I recommend usually around 2 to 3 sessions a year. By this way, you can stop the process as well as regrow a good amount of hair. Now the next two treatments which can help is mesotherapy, wherein a doctor uses a cocktail of peptides which are injected into your scalp, and the other one is low level light therapy, wherein a device is used which emits red light, and both of these treatments help you to grow hair. Now I'm not a big fan of these treatments as I haven't seen great results for it. I wouldn't recommend it as a primary treatment. This is more of a supportive treatment. Now if you've tried everything and nothing has worked for you, then the last resort is a hair transplant, or FUE. FUE is follicle unit extraction, wherein follicles are extracted from the donor area, which is typically at the back of your scalp, and these are implanted in the areas of hair loss. Now this is commonly done in cases of male pattern hair loss, also in scarring alopecia in both males and females. Now this takes at least around 6 months to a year for you to completely regrow your hair. Also, the results depend on the skill of your surgeon. Make sure that you choose your surgeon carefully because there are a lot of scamsters out there. Make sure that you do your thorough research before you choose your surgeon. So these were the treatments that were available for androgenic alopecia. Now we move on to some other conditions. Now the next common condition is something called alopecia areata, wherein you get patches of balding on your scalp. Now this is autoimmune in nature. What it means is your own immune cells cause the hair loss. Now the treatment for this is a simple steroid injection which your dermatologist can give you, and with that you can completely regrow hair in that patch. After that, the next common condition is something called tractional alopecia. Now traction means pull. This is commonly seen in schoolgirls, also in adult women who tie their hair too tightly. Because of pulling of the hair, you start losing hair from the front, and this can be progressive. Your hairline can keep on receding if you keep pulling your hair too tightly. So the treatment for it is basically avoid tying of hair. Tie your hair too loosely if you have to. Also, minoxidil helps with it. You start seeing results within 3 to 6 months. So these were the common conditions that cause hair fall. Trust me guys, there are many more conditions which can cause hair fall, but I've tried to address the most common ones. I hope you've liked the video, and do not forget to like it and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.